Hi, ever wondered how to run a Minecraft server on your own hardware? Well, this video is going to teach you how it works and you will learn a few things about Linux as well. Well, we need something the server can run on. I would recommend you use an old computer or an old laptop. The more power it has, the better. In the software side, you could generally use any Linux distribution, but Debian-based ones, so base Debian or Ubuntu, are a generally really safe choice for stability. In this video I'm going to use Ubuntu because it's really easy to set up without too much hassle. Then we need to decide which type of Minecraft server software we want to use. So for vanilla Minecraft you could just go to the official Minecraft website and get it there. But for servers with mods or plugins we need something different like Paper or Fabric. In this video I'm going to set up a modded Minecraft server with Fabric. Now, because this is targeted at beginners, we don't want to port forward, because this can be a bit risky if you don't know what you're doing. Because you are literally opening up a port to the outside internet. Because of this reason, we're going to use something called Playitgg. This is a proxy service that routes our Minecraft traffic through Playitgg service, so we don't need to expose ourselves. Our friends can then just simply enter the IP from Playitgg and join. The service is free for our use case, but if you want to do a bit more, you will need to pay for the service. So first, we're gonna head to the official Ubuntu website and get ourselves one ISO. So we're gonna go to products and then Ubuntu server. After that, we're gonna click on download Ubuntu server. And again, add download. The download should start right after that. After the ISO file has finished downloading, you can flash it to a USB stick using Rufus or Berliner Etcher if you want to use real hardware. But in my case, I'm going to use a virtual machine. So on our first boot, we're gonna enter the grub boot manager. We're gonna pick the first option. Then he's gonna ask us for a language. So pick your language. I'm gonna pick English. And our keyboard layout, I'm gonna leave it at that. He will ask us for third-party drivers. If you have some weird Wi-Fi card or something, you can pick that. I'm gonna do that now. I don't think he's gonna find anything. This seems fine. If you can see your local IP address, this probably means he found your network properly. We don't use a proxy. Now he's testing out the mirrors. We don't need that. Then he's gonna ask us to choose our disk. This also seems fine. Then he's gonna show us our layout. And yes. So pick a name for your host name. Then a username and a secure password. And done. We don't need that. A SSH server is important if you want to remote access into your server. Then he's gonna ask you for some extra packages. We don't need any of them. So done. And now he's gonna install. And if he's finished, we can then just pick reboot now. Then remove your USB stick. And if everything worked right, you will enter the TTY of your Ubuntu system. Then you enter your username and then your password. It's generally a good idea to check for updates. So to do that, we're gonna say sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. And yes. After we've done that, we can try SSHing into our system. So then we can try to SSH into our system. This should work on any system. So on Windows 2, you're gonna type SSH, then your username, and then add your IP address. Or if your router supports that, you can just type your host name and then .local at the end. Or replace this with your IP address of your server. To find out your IP address, so your local address, you can go into your TTY and then type IPA, and then you can see your local IP address here. So in my case, I needed to type in the local IP address. If everything works, you will get this message. You will just say yes, and then enter your password. And now you're inside your system. And now you don't need to go physically to your device and plug in a monitor or something. Now we need some kind of micro server software. So I want to use Fabric mods. So in this case, I'm going to use Fabric. On the Fabric website, we're going to go to download. We don't want the normal installer. We want the micro server one. Now, because we don't have a browser on our server, we can use this command, which is gonna download our server software automatically for us using the curl command. So we're gonna just paste the thing provided on the Fabric website and press enter. Now when we use ls, we should have the jar file. We can create a directory with mkdir and call it something like server. And we can then move the jar file provided by Fabric with typing the first letters, then tab to autocomplete, and then the destination, so server. And now when we change directory with cd into server and list again, we have the jar file inside the directory. And again, in the Fabric website, there's another command provided where we're gonna execute Java, then with 2 GB, and we're gonna specify the actual file here and with no GUI. So we can copy that and paste this again. We can modify this part based on your RAM you have installed on your system. I'm gonna pick maybe 7, press enter. We will get an error because we don't have any Java runtime installed. So we have instructions here. So the way I do it is just to install the newest version. If one version doesn't work, you can go back one version. So we're gonna copy that. And now he's gonna install the package. And now if we paste the command again, this should work. Now he's gonna set up everything. And we get another error because we didn't agree to the EULA. To do that, we're gonna list again. We're gonna see EULA.txt. So to edit that, you can use your text editor of your choice. The easiest one is Nano. And then the text file we want to edit, so EULA.txt. And we're gonna change the value from false to true. And Ctrl O to save. Enter and Ctrl X to exit. And now we can try again. Again, specify your desired RAM. And now the server has started. So to enter the server, we're gonna launch up our Minecraft client of our choice. And we make a new instance and then make the instance use Fabric. And if you want to use any specific version, you're gonna use your specific version of Fabric or Minecraft. Then you can just launch up the instance. Now inside Minecraft, you will go to multiplayer, proceed, and either direct connection or add server. Then paste in your local IP address and join. And now you're inside your Minecraft server. The only problem is that you're connected locally and your friends can't join in from outside. So to do that, we're gonna set up Playitgg. Now to set up Playitgg, we're gonna go to Playitgg's website, then to download. Our platform in this case is Linux. So there's the command provided. Note this command will only work on Debian or Ubuntu systems because of apt. We can go back to our terminal window and paste the command. This will curl and set up our repository so we can download Playitgg and will automatically install Playitgg through this. Now after this has been done, we can then run Playitgg. And we're gonna be provided with a link which we need to visit in our browser. Then we need to sign up and create an account. We're gonna see this, we're gonna continue. Then you're gonna need to set a agent name. I'm gonna call it YouTube, so YT tut, add agent. And now it's gonna connect to the servers. And then we're gonna create a tunnel. In this case we only have global. If you want to select any specific region, you're gonna need a premium subscription, but this should be fine. Then we're gonna select Minecraft Java as tunnel type. You could also manually type in addresses and ports or select a different game and then add tunnel. After that you're gonna get a address. This is the server IP address you're gonna put in Minecraft. Now back in our server, we can now cancel with Ctrl+C. In this case we need to run Playitgg and our Minecraft server tandem. To do that, we're gonna use another program. It's called tmux. So we're gonna run tmux. And now we have another terminal window, but inside of tmux. So we can now run our Minecraft server with the command provided from Fabric. But this command should work on any jar file you're gonna get. But you need to replace this string of text. And we're gonna edit the gigabyte again. Now we can run our Minecraft server and we can now create a separate window with Ctrl+B and C. And now we can run Playitgg. And if you want to switch between different windows, as you can see down here, we can again Ctrl+B and then press the number indicated here, so 0 to get back to Java. And now we can try to connect through the outside world. So we're gonna go again to multiplayer, proceed, and connection. Now replace this with your new IP and join. And everything works fine. We're gonna connect to our Minecraft server and I'm being attacked by a pillager. Now to make things easier, we can write a bash script which launches our server automatically for us. Now to close out of our server, we can again Ctrl+C and exit. This closes the window. And again Ctrl+C and exit. We're gonna create a file with touch. We're gonna call it something like start.sh and we're gonna edit it with our text editor. Luckily I have prepared a small script and it looks like this. You might have to edit this part. And to edit this, we're gonna put the command provided on Fabric's website. So what the script does is create a new session, then launch tmux with this session, then launch our server inside one window. It creates a new window with Playitgg, then starts Playitgg, and then reselects the window with the server running, and then attaches itself. And you might need to again edit the gigabyte amount of your RAM. I'm gonna put in 7, and then you can save and then exit. And every time you want to run the server, you can then just /start.sh. We will get an error with permission denied. To change that, we need to give ourselves permission to run that script. To give ourselves permission, we're gonna do sudo chmod, then +x, then +x, then our script. And now we should be able to run the script, so start.sh. And now everything is gonna be launched automatically for us. We can again switch panes with Ctrl+B and then the corresponding number, so 1, or Ctrl+B 0 to change back. And for some reason, if you have lost the connection to your server or accidentally exited it, in this scenario you would reconnect to your server. And because tmux is actually running in the background, you can just type in tmux attach, and you would reattach to your tmux session. Now if you try to join the server again, it should work. Now what can you do from here? You can now install mods. So to install mods with Fabric, you would first quit everything. So exit and then go back to Playitgg and again exit. Now when you're inside your directory of your server, you can see the mods folder here. This is the place where you put in your mods. Now to send over mods, you could do it with a command called scp. But the easier version is to do it over SFTP. So you could install a software called FileZilla. If you're on a Linux machine, you should be able to use your default file manager to access your things over SFTP. So we're gonna type in SFTP //SFTP. Then we're gonna put in our username, add then the IP address of our server. We're gonna get asked for our password. And now we have full access to our directory. We can go into server and then mods. And if you would have some mods, you would drag them in here.